They do that intentionally because they want white people to hate black people, and then they want to paint white people as these like racist, bigot people that hate black people, because without that contention and without that division, these people can't run their play.
Yeah, there's no control.
Right. If black people in America, if black people and white people ever figured out that they aren't actually enemies, those people up at the top, they're fucking done. They are done, and they know they're done if that happens. That's why they propagate that message so hard. They don't care. Yeah. They don't care if they know. The facts are irrelevant. This is an emotional response. This is our shit. It's not your shit. Fuck you. Yeah. That's what this is. This is no different than when black people were fighting for, equal rights and a place in culture and a place in this country. And they were faced with people who were saying, well, because you're black, you're not an American. Because you're black, you don't deserve the same rights. Because you're black, stay out of our schools, stay out of our workforce, know your place, stay out of our community, right? That went on in America for a long time. This goes on in other countries exactly that same way today versus white people, right? Where the white people are the minority. And if we take any race and we were to say this was Asians and let's say an Indian, right? The minority is always singled out. This is not exclusive to black or white. This is human groupthink behavior and tribalism. And it's dangerous and it's wrong.
Yeah.
And
doesn't matter how advanced a society is. That's people.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And so that woman, Brooke, who wrote that post, she's correct. If we do not understand, if we as human beings cannot get on the same page that we are all the same and that we are all here for a reason and that we're all here to contribute to each other, help each other, push each other to be better, help each other when things go wrong, be there for each other, be examples for each other. And we can't learn to work together, bro. We're always going to be ruled over by these elite tyrant fucks who rape and pillage our community and our society and steal everything from us and make our lives miserable. Yeah. The reason they exploit that, these elite people globally, the globalists, they exploit the human bias towards people that don't look like them. And that's something that takes conscious effort to overcome. And bro, it doesn't matter if it's, anti-black or anti-white or anti-Indian or anti-Asian or whatever, bro, it's fucking wrong. We're human beings. Yeah. Right. And, it's interesting to me that, look, dude,
I just can't stand the hypocrisy.
Well, no, I can't stand it either, bro. Because
when you see headlines like this, right? Model makes history as first black plus-sized woman crowned Miss Great Britain, or you go over to Miss Ireland, who won Asha O'Corriday, crowned Miss Universe Ireland 2023. That's supposed to be Ireland.
Yeah, but dude, listen, man. Why are they doing that? Why is this happening?
Well, they want to normalize generalization. They want everybody to be the same. They want to remove any type of merit or hold or nationalism or any of that.
Hold on. When you think of Irish people, what do you think of?
I think of Guinness.
No. What kind of people what do Irish people look like?
White people.
White people, what kind of white
Leprechauns,
people?
Red hair.
Leprechauns?
Yeah.
All right, they're not leprechauns.
Right, though?
But they got red hair.
Yeah.
All right, and they're white.
Yep.
Okay.
Talk funny.
Now.
Yeah, and they drink a shit ton.
Okay, and they do.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. If you wanted to create a one world government, what would you first have to do to all the individual countries? You would have to redefine the cultural standard at which people view the people who inhabit those countries. All right? That's called demoralization.
National identity.
That's the removal of a national identity so that people won't resist the formation of a one world government system. Okay? So what this migration is about, that's been happening in Europe for a long time and is happening here, is about changing the actual visual identity that people have for these countries so that people have less to fight for and less to be proud of. All right. The reason they have a hard time doing it in America is because Americans are not inherently racist. And most Americans understand that we are a cultural melting pot of many different cultures, of many different kinds of people that come from everywhere else in the world and look many different ways. Yeah. And so we all know that. Like, we've already been taught, our whole lives for the most part, minus these kids that are like 20 right now, right? The rest of everybody has always been taught along the lines of like what Martin Luther King taught, which is we judge people on the content of character, not on the color of their skin, which is the truth. That's how we should do it. But when we think about what's actually going on here, this is not about anything else other than removing people's sense of pride in their host nations so that their host nations can be conquered by a globalist communist movement that keeps everybody under this one identity of globalism, right? A citizen of the earth. And for that to happen, we have to remove their identity as an individual nation. And that's what we're witnessing here. And they're using people's bias and racism and inherent, differences against each other to make it happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, sad, it's frustrating, Well,
I think that's one of the other things too that they're trying to accomplish. This division between these different, quote unquote races. Like,
correct. They want everybody fighting over it.
They want people to fight over this. They want white people to get pissed off.
They want the black people in Zimbabwe to kill these fucking white people, and they want that same shit here in America. Mm-hmm. They want white Americans to like hate black Americans. That's why they do this shit.
Yeah.
If
you guys disagree, please tell us how. But I mean,
listen, bro.
What's laid out right now? It's hard to see it any other way.
Dude, listen. Black people get so pissed off. Okay, real talk, dude. You and me are together. We're together. I'm with you more than anybody else, any other human on this fucking planet. All right.
It's not bad, right?
No, it's all right. I get a front row seat to the Only Cavs. It's good shit. All right. But here's the thing, bro. How many times, real talk, how many times have you opened your phone and showed it to me where they've been highlighting some like really disgusting, poor behavior amongst black people and been like, bro, this is fucking embarrassing. Mm-hmm. How many times have you done that to me?
Oh, thousands.
Thousands of times. They do that intentionally because they want white people to hate black people, and then they want to paint white people as these like racist, bigot people that hate black people, because without that contention and without that division, these people can't run their play.
Yeah, there's no control.
Right. And so we all have to get smarter when it comes to these things and start to realize that when we start to have these feelings of animosity towards people of another race, that they are winning the battle that they are trying to fight. Okay? Because it's easy to have those feelings, right? Like, it's when I watch 20 videos in a row of a black mob beating the fuck out of white people, like, I start to feel a certain way about it. Just like people will feel a certain way if the roles were reversed. And that's intentional. They feed us that. And we have to be smart enough to take a step back and be like, bro, they are feeding us this shit. Bro, they feed you, listen, think about this. They feed you ads based off of what you talk about off and verbally, right? Your phone hears what you're talking about. How many times have you been talking about something and you pick up your phone and see an ad for it? Okay, now if they're that skilled at presenting you with an ad that you didn't even search for, that you only talked about, think how skilled they are at feeding you this information to make you hate people that don't look like you, right?
Or to see things that are going to invoke a certain reaction.
Absolutely, bro. And so we have to be real about this, bro. And we have to rise above it, and we have to stand tall on it and say, dude, this isn't right. No matter if it is upsetting us. Yeah. We have to step aside and be like, bro, yes, that's wrong, but this is not representative of the big picture. Most people are good. Most people want the same things. We want to be left alone. We want to have a shot at the American dream. We want to have an equal opportunity. We're not going to ever have equal outcome. I'm tired of hearing that shit. All right. But the reality is if we're going to win this fight against these people, we have to not only not comply with their demands, but we also have to not comply with their manipulation that they
intentionally.
Yes.
Yeah. 100%,
yes.
bro. 100%.
So like, dude, it's an uncomfortable discussion to have. Like, bro, I don't feel good saying like, Yeah, man, when I see these videos of black people just attacking the fucking innocent white people walking down the street, like it makes me angry and it makes me mad and it pisses me off. That's not a comfortable thing for me to say, but it's true, right? And I have to step back and be like, bro, they're trying to do that. We have to remember we're being manipulated. Yeah. How many times have we had that talk?
Thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands.
And both ways too. Both ways. Like, wait, when you've been pissed off and I've been like, hey, remember. And and we all have to do that together.
Yeah, we have to check each other's own emotions.
Yes, because this extremism is being manufactured intentionally. And I'm seeing a lot of extremism on both sides now, right? Yeah. Like I'm seeing a lot of black people openly fucking hate white people. And I'm seeing, and by the way, that's been going on for a long time. That's been accepted my entire life. It's always been acceptable for black people to openly fucking say mean, hateful shit towards white people. And then when white people say, well, that's reverse racism or racism, they say it can't be racist because we're not the oppressing party. Okay. That's been my whole life. I'm just being honest. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you flip the role over the other way, the same applies. Okay, we have to be able to say
surgeons on that side now.
Bro, there's people that are white that never said shit before that are starting to say like racist shit. Yep. And I don't fucking like that either. Nope. It's not right either way. And I don't think you defeat, that culture. Like we have to rise above it. Is what I'm saying. No, and like, dude, we shouldn't be judging people on their fucking skin color, like no matter what it is. That's a low IQ way to look at the world.
That's real shit, man.
I mean, what do you think?
No, 100%, man. And I think too, like, I mean, I think it just shows or reveals like the people who are writing these posts like this, right? Like how ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's just you're showing how low IQ of a human you really are.
Are they? These are both anonymous accounts with no real name on them.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So are these just people who are just ignorant, or are these people who are
actors?
Okay.
Well, that's a real, yeah. I mean, because like, listen, we all know that's a real thing. There is no doubt there are bot forms out there, and just like you alluded to, it's like there's algorithms that are designed to show you exactly what they want you to see. Not what you want to see, what they want you to see, right? It's very possible, man.
Dude, remember this. This is real shit. If black people in America, if black people and white people ever figured out that they aren't actually enemies, those people up at the top, they're fucking done. They are done, and they know they're done if that happens. That's why they propagate that message so hard.